At the start of the story, we see two buses traveling down the road. Both buses are filled with female students heading to their classes. Among them is Mitsuko, a very cute-looking girl who is busy jotting something down in her notebook. Her friends tease her, asking, "Do you really write all the time? What's the point? Look at everyone else. They're having fun. Why don't you?" Annoyed, one of her friends snatches the notebook from her, causing her pen to fall to the floor. As Mitsuko bends down to pick it up, suddenly, something moves at an incredible speed and slices both buses cleanly in half. All the girls inside are split into two sections. When Mitsuko straightens up, she's horrified at what just happened. Because she had bent down to pick up her pen, she narrowly escaped being harmed. Terrified, she jumps off the bus and starts running. It becomes clear that the thing cutting through everyone isn't a weapon or machine. It's a powerful gust of air. Now this deadly wind turns toward Mitsuko. Screaming, she sprints forward. Ahead, she sees four other girls and warns them to duck. But it's already too late. The wind slices through them as well. The one girl survives. Meanwhile, some girls riding bicycles appear, and Mitsuko tries to warn them too. But the same invisible wind strikes them, and tragically, even the girl Mitsuko had saved earlier is killed. Now utterly terrified, Mitsuko keeps running in a panic. She soon reaches a river, and is shocked to find it filled with bodies, victims of the same invisible force. She grabs clothing from a dead body to change herself. In the next scene, Mitsuko arrives at a school where more female students are present. Their uniforms are very different from hers, hinting that she doesn't belong to this school. One girl approaches her asking, "Are you okay?" It turns out to be Mitsuko's best friend. Confused and in shock, Mitsuko asks, "Are you really my best friend?" She can't comprehend what's happening around her. We also see the strong bond between Mitsuko and her friend. They clearly care deeply for each other. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows again, and Mitsuko, frightened, runs inside the building. Her best friend, confused, asks why she's trembling so badly. Mitsuko explains everything, how a sudden gust of wind attacked and killed all the students at her school. Trying to calm her down, her friend takes her to the window and shows her that it's just wind. Mitsuko begins to feel a little relief, even thinking this might all be a dream. Her best friend then gathers two other friends and plans to lock the classroom for safety. As the four of them try to leave, their teacher arrives and spots them, but they manage to escape. Running, they reach a lake. Mitsuko's best friend explains the dream to the others. One of the girls suggests, maybe this is real, like a mirror world where everything is the opposite of our world. To demonstrate, she throws a stone into the lake, saying, "I just threw it here, but maybe in the other world, I didn't." Suddenly, from the lake, a crocodile suddenly emerges and grabs one of the girls. Then the girl comments, "See? I told you, what happens in this world doesn't happen in the other world, and what happens there can't happen here." The crocodile had taken her into that other world. Meanwhile, nearby, everything around the four girls seems completely safe. By the lake, they spot a bed. The four of them pick up the pillows and start playing with them. From a distance, two girls are watching. One of them is dressed as a bride because the two had married each other. One friend says, "We need to do something impossible in that world. Our fate is already written, but maybe we can change it." With that resolve, the girls return to their school for the next lecture. Mitsuko notices a pillow on the floor and bends down to pick it up. Suddenly, the teacher opens fire in the classroom. When Mitsuko lifts the pillow to look, she sees that all the other girls in her class have been killed. Yet again, she survives, just like in her previous dream. The teacher approaches her, furious, saying, How dare you try to lock this classroom? You're supposed to die too. At that moment, two other girls arrive and try to save Mitsuko, helping her escape. But another teacher appears and kills those two girls. Mitsuko, along with the surviving students, begins running out of the school, but all the teachers open fire on them. As the girls rush outside, the deadly wind slices through some of them. Once more, Mitsuko finds herself alone. She flees through crowded streets and eventually reaches a police station, telling her story. Confused, a female officer listens and says, "But you're not wearing your school uniform." When she places a mirror in front of Mitsuko, Mitsuko sees her reflection completely changed. People are calling her by a different name, not Mitsuko. It turns out she's about to get married. The officer takes her to the wedding and people around are congratulating her. At the church, Mitsuko sees her best friend. Confused, she asks, "What's happening to me?" Her friend tells her to stay quiet. "We're under someone else's control right now. Just follow my lead." Her friend dresses her in a wedding gown and tells her to move forward. As Mitsuko walks toward the ceremony, other girls start mocking her. Her best friend takes action, one by one, and eliminates the mockers. When Mitsuko reaches the altar, instead of a groom, there's a coffin. Opening it reveals a huge pig. Terrified, Mitsuko attacks it with a broken bottle. She and her best friend escape from the church. At the gate, two more girls try to stop them, but Mitsuko's friend takes care of them. Mitsuko runs in another direction, sensing that something is seriously wrong. Looking into another mirror, she sees her reflection has changed again. At that moment, a race is happening nearby when some girls approach her, saying, "You're really good at. Why are you just standing there? Why aren't you running?" Someone shouts at her. As Mitsuko starts running, she suddenly feels a surge of energy within herself. Determined, she pushes herself to win the race. While running, she catches glimpses of her dead friends, the ones who had been killed at her school earlier. Just then, her best friend arrives. They both notice the pig and the women who had tried to stop them in the church. They are chasing them. Some girls along the way warn Mitsuko to escape this world. She keeps running until she reaches a dark, deserted area. There, she sees students wearing school uniforms. They tell her, "We're all dead and we'll kill you too." At that moment, Mitsuko's best friend arrives, kills the threatening girl, and helps Mitsuko escape. She urges Mitsuko to loudly call out her name, and as Mitsuko does, she returns to her true form. Her best friend shows her a wire attached to her hand, pleading, "Please pull this out so I can leave this world." Mitsuko hesitates, afraid it might kill her friend, but out of love and pressure, she finally pulls the wire. Instantly, her best friend's body splits in two. At that moment, Mitsuko sees a gate ahead. Passing through it, she finds herself back in the human world. Posters with her image are displayed, and some boys are looking at them. One boy approaches and says, "You're from the future." Shocked, Mitsuko faints. When she regains consciousness, she sees an old man playing a game, and the character in the game looks just like her. The man explains, "I created this game. I control everyone here. You were already dead, but I used your DNA to recreate you." Realizing it's all a game, Mitsuko decides she might still return to the real world. An old man approaches her, asking her to complete the final level. As she moves forward, she recalls her friend's words. If they do something impossible in this world, they can escape the game. Mitsuko acts decisively. She strangles the old man and declares, "Stop playing with us." Then she grabs his staff and stabs it into him, killing him. The man never expected Mitsuko to do something like this. With that, her destiny completely changes. Though she had died in the game, in the real world, she was still alive. We also see that other characters in the game end up taking their own lives, removing themselves from the game. The next scene shows Mitsuko lying in a snowy place, finally back in the real world. And with that, this mind-bending story comes to an end. If you want to see more such movie explanations, don't forget to type "next" in the comments. Thanks for watching.